So number one is easy. Number one is that an audience and a community are not the same thing. And one is not better than the other. And I can't really tell you, hey, you should build an audience or you should build a community. There's going to be situations where an audience is it might be right for you. Building a community might be right for you. Somebody who's already got a lot of fans and is in the process of just broadcasting out largely in one direction. I don't think somebody like a Joe Rogan necessarily needs to build a community. He's got an enormous audience already. He should stick to audience. He should play for volume. But there are going to be cases where you're going to decide that a community is the way you want to go. The important thing is not which one you decide. The important thing is that you understand that the two are different, and the way you build a community is different from the way you build an audience. So make sure you understand which one that you're doing, and you understand what the principles are. When you set out, I guess this is number two, when you set out to build a community, you are creating a space, and you need a space where people are going to come together. So the question is going to be, what is the shared mission? Why do these people care? Why are they going to get into a room with each other? Not why do you want them in the room. That's the business purpose, and that's fine. You can have a business purpose. You should have a business purpose, but that's not the shared mission of the members. Why do they want to be in the room with each other? Because they all want to get better at this, or they all want to accomplish this, or they want to build relationships with other people. Make sure you really understand that. And even when you think you understand it, then go talk to actual people like that and make sure that what you think is true is actually true. If you've got a large number of people like that, you can do surveys. If you've got a few people like that, just Zoom calls or one-on-one conversations. Go have coffee with them. And don't even tell them what you're thinking about building. Just make sure you understand what motivates them. Why would they want to get together with other people? What kind of other people would they want to get together? What would they hope to get out of it? And then build your space. So really understanding that shared mission, I think, is really important. And then understand that this is not something that you're going to build alone and then throw the doors open and have a grand opening and have 1 million people show up and it's going to take off from there. This is about constantly you're not creating this for your members, you're creating this with your members, and you're constantly going to be iterating and you're going to be experimenting, and you're going to do some things right and you're going to do some things wrong, and you can make it better. So you need these feedback loops in this way to, again, it's like that snowball that you're rolling down the hill. The first step in building a community is getting one person to show up, and the two of you hang out, and then you say, hey, we should get more people. And then you get a third person to show up, and then you get a fourth person, and it just kind of grows from there. So it's okay if it starts small and grows, and it's much better to have 10 people that are the right people that really get a lot of value out of being in a room with each other together than to have 100 people who come into your space just because you beg them to, because you called in a favor, and they don't really know why they're there, and they don't really care about the other 99 people in the room. So that, I guess, would be the third one, would just be this constant iteration and experimenting and building with your members.